phone is shaking. Alright. Hi guys, and welcome back to Dream Queen. So we are back with I'm still working on the individual readings. Yesterday I tried a couple of times to get on here and get them done, but I was just boom, like I don't know how to explain it. The energy yesterday was very heavy. There was obviously a lot that had to be released as a combined community as far as like the divine feminine. I feel there were a few little hidden items that a lot of us had, and I feel that yesterday, in my opinion, was a really big really big release when it comes to that. Anyhow, I am here with a Gemini reading. So this is just a current Gemini reading energy for either DM or DF, however it fits in your personal life. I want to go ahead and say thank you to everybody that has been watching and for all the support. And as always, in the description, you can find my email if you have any questions or anything like that. You can also find my other YouTube channels, my mentor, Jupiter1111, and her mentor's link, Sophia. And obviously, if you have any questions on anything, always let me know. You'll also find my Spotify personal playlist link if you are interested in just taking a look at that. Anyways, let's get started with the Gemini reading. I have my watcher and I have my little candle. I also have cards to clarify. Can you see that? Oh, you can see my pen. Oh, there it is. I'm just gonna move it back. So I need to be able to see. It's like I have to have everything like in a specific order. Anyways, it was weird. If any of you have heard the song Hunted by Beyonce, you know, she goes into different things in the song, but the thing that kept on getting to me when I was trying to focus with Gemini energy anyways was working 9 to 5 just to stay alive. So in this aspect, I feel that the masculine is starting to realize that he can no longer continue to live his life the way he has. What is going on here? Oh, that's why the string. Like, why is it so, it looks like, whatever. So, yeah, kind of like that. Like this is, I can't do this anymore type of thing. Anywho, that's what I get from, like, that's what kept on sticking up to me was like the working, the 9 to 5 just to stay alive. And they're realizing that just either the type of job or just the fact that they're on somebody else's schedule is not fulfilling them anymore, regardless of the amount of money that they're making. So I just thought that was kind of interesting. And when it comes as far as like the feminine energy, I feel that a lot of you are starting to evaluate, obviously because you're a little bit more aware, but are also taking the chances and taking those leap forwards to change what it is that you have to change. And for those feminine that have taken the leap and have left those 9 to 5, your Gemini DM has they have recognized that you have changed your life around. And again, this is more for the people that have actually done the work and are actually pushing forward with their dreams. So for those, I feel like the DM is just like, damn, like she really didn't think about it twice. She just went for it. If she can do it, so can I, type of energy. We'll see what the water allows me to sense. Alright. So what I'm sensing here with the Gemini is mainly they feel like a stagnation when it comes to work, when it comes to feeling like just stuck, and there's no satisfaction in the type of work that they're doing. with a lot of the Gemini is about following their dreams. The one thing that has, definitely has kept them back and not allowing them to do whatever it is that their hearts desire is the fact that a lot of them are in positions that are either secure, in positions where they make a lot of money, or in positions that they have just been there for so long that they're the fear of going into something new has just crippled them. But they're starting to understand that there's no satisfaction when we're living someone else's dream, when we're helping somebody, not helping, that's not the word I want to use, that there's no satisfaction in working for someone else's dream, that they need to basically re-socialize themselves with people that are helping other people build their dream, but not in an essence where their own dreams are being sacrificed, if that makes any sense. So like, okay, if you work for a department store, you're working for that person, the owner, brand, or whomever, their dreams. But if you are working for a friend that just opened up, his first restaurant, you're helping your friend build his dreams. But in an essence, you're still, while you're doing that, because you're helping, somebody close to you, somebody that you know, and it doesn't particularly has to be somebody that you know, but I'm talking about like in an essence where you're doing something that you are happy, or you're helping someone, but at the same time you're doing something that is going to lead you to where it is that your heart is leading you to. So a lot of when it comes to the masculine energy, I feel like a lot of them are starting to recognize that, like, why am I doing this? Why don't I just, I understand people at work are not going to understand, and my family is definitely not going to understand, but who gives two shit? Like, I'm just going to go ahead and follow what it's in my heart, because if I can see her, even if I'm seeing her from afar, and I don't know why I'm getting that, I feel like a lot of the Gemini are distant, and not just in communication, but just kind of like watching their feminine from afar and watching them doing all these things, and kind of like we could be doing that together. Like, why am I here? Type of thing, type of energy. That's what I'm sensing. So a lot of the masculine energy, when it comes to Gemini, they have been stuck in a dark energy. Now, when I say that, this is like where the wordplay comes into play. It doesn't have to be like a self-destructive, how can I put it? Like a self-destructive thing that you can see. So it doesn't have to be as far as like an addiction, like, they're doing, doing drugs or doing this or doing that. But when I mean like in a dark place, is like, it's kind of like their physical body has had so much to deal with that their soul, in a lot of cases, has had a really hard time to shine through their physical body. And I'll try to explain it in the best way that I can. So there are times where I have, when I'm with my DM, that in the past, he would say or do certain things that were not logical, in a sense that they were coming from his soul. And it's a different, I don't know how to, like, it's just a different feeling, like when they say certain things, because it's not how they normally speak or how they normally act, and are things that we have, in an essence, already experienced, because I'm not exactly sure how much people have gotten into like astral travel, like literally leaving your physical body. And I know it's gonna sound crazy and stuff, but I've been doing that since I was a child. I still cannot do it on command. I'm working on whatever. But the whole thing is like traveling to different dimensions and different things. You, depending on, again, whatever you are at, there's different things. So there have been things that I have seen in, I don't want to say the fifth dimension because I really don't know. I'm still learning, guys. But there have things that I have physically experienced, not of this earth, that parts of them come into this reality. And when those things have happened with my DM, it is a completely like out of this world type of experience. Even if it is something, it's just the way the words flow, and it's like you're completely in like connected and synced with one another. So I feel like with a lot of the Gemini male, and I don't understand why them specifically, I feel that they have not allowed that part of them, their soul, when it comes to their divine feminine, to come out and show them that. And that's when I say like they have been stuck in a dark place, even though they are aware that you're the one. It's like how they view it. They still have had a really hard time just expressing that, not just from a logical point of view, but more from like an emotional, soul-based. I don't know why when I say that, but like from their soul, like really allowing their soul to come out and speak. So that is something that I'm not sure if you are aware that you have been working on with him, or that a lot of the divine feminine that are able to do that type of work and that can tap into those things have been working with trying to mend those like that communication, so that those aha moments, who says, yeah, Jupiter 11:11, are happening more often. And even though your Gemini hasn't been communicating it to you, they have been happening, especially recently, like back to back. And it's kind of like they're just sitting there like, okay, now what do I do? What do I do? I feel in the very recent past, some of them had a dream that kind of confirmed for them like their emotions, and they try to communicate their feelings about you towards like somebody else, and it was not well received. So that kind of just like, okay, am I going crazy? That's like the type of feeling that I'm getting, like, okay, why do I feel the way that I feel? And a lot of it is just a lot of self-sabotage, mental things that have been going on with the Gemini. And I just, all I want to say is just when the communication comes, because with the Gemini, I feel like the communication is like almost instantly is coming towards you, and it's gonna start with, when they first start expressing their feelings towards you, it's gonna come from a logical mind in an essence, but very quickly, again, those of you that are aware of what's like, what has been going on and are more in tune, I guess, with yourself, the conversation is going to go basically from a basic logical mind where his soul is just going to be like, okay, we're done, boom, I'm coming out, and you're there's going to be a lot of you females that are not going to be ready for that type of conversation, because you're just not. A lot of females are waiting for this type of communication, but have not finished completely healing. So what I am trying to say is, let's get some work done, like today, emotionally, because this is either going to, your soul is either gonna connect and like where it's gonna be like a genuine thing, or your logic, your physical body is gonna basically, in essence, do what the Gemini body has been doing for so long, where you're gonna kind of like put up a wall for whatever it is. So just keep an open mind that they are coming towards you, and I feel like they're coming in, and I'm not saying strong, they're coming in fast, like fast, but just be ready for that soul type of conversation that you have never had, and it's going to be intense and it's going to be emotional. And I'm not talking so much about emotion about talking about the past and stuff like that. It is going to me, the feeling that I'm getting is that it's going to hit a couple of things, not immediately in the feminine, but it is going to hit a couple of things where once the conversation is over, you're going to be able to see more clearly in the things that you have been suppressing that you need to finish healing. So all I'm saying is just go into this conversation with, especially when the conversation starts from a logical point of view, like, I love you, we've been together for, this years, we have, and then it turns into a whole thing where you're just like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, we haven't been like to the stars and back. We haven't, gone flying with the eagles. Like, it's gonna be like some other type of stuff that you have never heard your Gemini talk when it comes to what they're going to be expressing from their soul. And I'm just using the ego and stuff, like, I don't know, I just, whatever comes to mind. Anywho, oh my god, I'm making these videos so long. I think that's why I'm so exhausted. Anywho, we're going to pull up a card for the Gemini. As far as that doesn't belong there. Give me a second. Sorry about that, guys. I had to pause the video. One of my dogs, my baby, my 6-month-old, went crazy barking. I don't know. Should be fine though. So anyways, so I'm gonna pull out their current energy. So we'll pull one out for them, one out for the connection, and then one out for how they view you. So for them, I have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, and this, I feel like it goes definitely hand in hand with working a 9-to-5 just to stay alive. They're sick and tired of it. They don't want to continue on living the life that they're living when it comes to finances. So now for the connection, I have the Two of Cups, which to me, it feels like they're going to come in, like I said, and they're going to speak to you from a soul level. And depending on where you're at, they're hoping that you're going to meet them equally, like you're going to meet them at the same level that they're coming to you. And what they're hoping for is that you're going to, so we have the King of Swords in reverse. And again, like I've said before, I don't read the cards based on what they mean. It's just whatever I feel. So this is what they're hoping for. They're hoping that when they come towards you, you're going to be your full loving self and are going to receive everything that they have to say without fighting back, without having the buts, or without any doubt. And that is what I get, guys, for you Geminis. Well, guys, thank you for watching. And That's about it for today.